Happy Sunday, and welcome to Dave's After Hours Trivia Club, broadcasting live from the cozy corners of the Curiosity Central here in the beautiful upstate of South Carolina. Grab your favorite drink, find a comfy spot, and settle in. Tonight isn't just about trivia, it's about curiosity, memory, and the thrill of discovering something you didn't know that you already knew. We do like to mix things up around here with a dash of fun, a pinch of nostalgia, and just enough mystery to keep you guessing. We do usually go live on Sundays with the After Hours Trivia Club like tonight, and also most Wednesdays with our new Curiosity Corner Variety Show. Both of those are at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific time. So mark your calendars and don't be a stranger. While our robots do the painting, I'll be serving up the clues. And you will be doing the guessing in the chat. Now tonight's categories are the top 20 cop and detective TV shows. So that should be some fun. Then we'll give you a little challenge with the top 20 structures constructed in ancient Egypt. We'll see how well you know those. And then third, kind of a fun one, we'll do the top 20 retirement countries for both US and UK expats. And hey, don't forget to visit davidhansonart.com to snag some of the art from tonight's show. Every piece tells a story, and now some of them can hang on your own wall. How about that? Now do say hi in the chat. This is where you'll throw out your wild guesses, or you can just hang out with the rest of the group. Hey King, I see King's in the house, and yes, I did have a good holiday, a wonderful wedding. Hey Arena, what's going on? Good to see the early birds in the house. You guys ready to play? I'm glad to be back. It's been a while, couple weeks. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Let's see if I can find the first file and we'll get it going. Okay, so some of you know the rules. Around here, the robots do the painting, and that means you guys do the guessing. I do give a few clues along the way. Now, this first category is going to be the top 20 cop or detective TV series. So this goes back in time a bit, so good luck. Here we go. Number 20. This bald-headed detective had a sweet tooth for lollipops and for justice. It was set in the gritty 1970s of New York. He dished out sarcasm as swiftly as a penis. He's known for his no-nonsense charm. He made catchphrases part of police work. His weapon of choice? A glare that can melt perps on sight. All right, so you want the main clue? Who loves you, baby? Became the smoothest threat on television. Who loves you, baby? Anybody remember this? Lollipop. All right, who knows? Who loves you, baby? Frost? No. This is Kojak. Kojak. Yeah. Do you remember the actor's name by chance? This is Kojak, 1973 to 1978. Who loves you, baby? With a lollipop. This is Mr. Telly Savalas. Telly Savalas. Telly Savalas reportedly started using lollipops as a way to quit smoking, and it stuck. Okay, good enough. Let's do another one. Number 19. They'll get easier. Now this one's still going today, so that should help. Think family dinner, but with a badge, with badge numbers instead of place cards. That makes sense. A generational saga where everyone's either in uniform or at the table. This is set in modern New York City. It serves morality plays alongside criminal cases. Madoo! You know it. That is correct. That is correct. Mr. Tom Selleck's mustache practically has its own precinct. Anybody remember any of the other actors in Blue Bloods? Blue Bloods. 2010 until the present. Still going on today. Any other actors? Sunday night's most righteous police dynasty lives under one roof. They didn't all live together, did they? I don't think they all lived in the same house. They just had dinner in the same house, didn't they? The cast eats real food during those famous Reagan family dinners. No acting is required. That's funny. Blue Bloods. Yeah. I used to watch quite a bit of that. I used to watch it, I think. We'll see. Maybe not all. Almost all. All right, number 18. You always look like you just woke up from solving another case. His rumpled coat and slow gait disguised a killer instinct. The show flipped the script. You saw the killer first. Then you watched him unravel it. Ah, very good. Very good. You know your detectives. He always had just one more thing. Just one more thing. Which usually cracked the case. Anybody remember the actor's name? Who knows the actor's name? He turned forgetfulness into a detective's secret weapon. Hey, doctor, what's going on? Good to have the doctor in the house. I'm feeling better, but it's still good to have the doctor around. And Peter Falk is correct. Columbo, 1971 to 2003. Peter Falk improvised many of Columbo's quirks, including that signature head scratch and pocket fishing routine. That's right. Head scratch and pocket fishing. Yeah, I used to watch that. Remember they used to rotate like Columbo with a couple other ones? Macmillan and Wife, remember that one? All right. Now this is one I don't think I ever saw because it's British, I think. This British detective doesn't need a gun. His glare is enough. Intense, brilliant, and a little bit broken, he hunts monsters while fighting his own. Ooh. Badoo! King! You guys both know this one. Dark psychological cases and moral ambiguity to find every episode. Ambiguity. Thank you very much. Idris Elba made trench coats terrifying again. He's a detective who will save your life and punch a wall doing it. Yeah, you guys know it's Luther. Luther. Elba actually won a Golden Globe for his performance and reportedly scared himself during the filming. I don't know exactly what that means, but okay. There you go, Luther. All right. Well, we're down to number 16. I remember this next one. If you like your cops crooked and complicated, welcome to LA. Probably nothing's changed over there. This wasn't a show about justice, it was about control. Vic Mackey redefined anti-hero for a new generation. It pushed cable boundaries with its gritty realism and moral decay. Every bust had a cost, and no one walked away clean. You know, getting very good. The Commish. I don't know what that one is, but cool. I like that name. I've heard of it. But King has it. This was Corruption. The Shield. That's correct. Michael Chiklis. That's right. Michael Chiklis is the guy. He's the bald guy. He won an Emmy for the role, despite warnings that playing a corrupt cop would ruin his career. I can see that. But I guess it was okay. So then, it's okay. Excuse me, I'll have a sip of water here. A little sip of vodka. Keep it going. All right, let's move on. We're doing cops and detectives. Top 20. Number 15. Less car chases, more coffee breaks, but still classic crime TV. Almost seems like this was almost a sitcom, but I guess it wasn't. It's the only precinct where paperwork is part of the punchline. It's set in one room. The drama was all in the dialogue. So that sounds so boring. I remember watching this a little bit. I don't think I liked it that much. No. You are correct. Very good. The detectives were quirky, kind, and occasionally brilliant. Occasionally. Once in a while. It was the cop show that found the funny in the bureaucracy. There you go. Yeah, Fish. I remember Fish. Yeah. Barney Miller is correct. Barney Miller. Anybody remember any of the actors? I don't remember. Never heard of it. It was on for a long time. 1975 to, no, I guess not that long. 1975 to 1982. The series is still praised for its realistic portrayal of a police station dynamics, minus the explosions. Okay. There's Fish. Saw Fish there. All right. You'll know this guy. He's one of my favorites, I think. Number 14. Hawaiian shirts, Ferraris, and a mustache that could stop traffic. He solved crimes, surfed waves, and somehow never got sunburned. It was set in paradise. The show mixed mystery and with easygoing charm. Yeah, you guys all know this one. But who got it first, I think? King Gaga. Who's the actor? Who's this guy? He worked for a never-seen novelist, very mysterious. Oh, that's right. He was a PI that worked for a never-seen novelist. Yeah. Who's got the actor? Nobody's got the actor? It's okay. Magic. Of course. Shelley Hack. That seems like a typo. A kind of wildly wrong typo. He made solving crimes look like a tropical vacation. Magnum's Detroit Tigers cap was a tribute to Selleck's favorite baseball team. And it did become fairly iconic. Magnum PI. 1980 to 1988. I don't know who his buddy is there, but anyway. Yeah, no. Robots. What are you gonna do? All right. I think we have to say this is one of my favorites. Brad's not in the house, but Brad used to come over to my place for my parties to watch this show. These vice cops made pastels. I wore pastels back then too. And speedboats, standard police issue. Yeah. Too easy, right? That one was too easy. Synth soundtracks and neon sunsets were part of every bus. Doctor, I guess you got it first. King close behind. Okay, there you go. There's the characters. And there's one of the actors. Who remembers the other actor's name? How soon we forget. Crockett and Tubbs, of course. They brought fashion to felony fighting in the 1980s Miami. Crockett and Tubbs, the coolest duo to ever rock sockless loafers. Oh, man. If I remember the other actor's name. Oh, there you go. It's a three-part name. Very good. Doctor. The show's aesthetic was so influential, it boosted sales of Ray-Bans and white linen suits. I don't know if I had a white linen suit, but I did have lots of pastels. And the different seasons had different color themes. I remember that. Very designer. Kind of that Miami modern style. Those white houses with lots of glass. All right, number 12. The show that introduced adult drama to prime time and a lot of rear views. It blurred the lines between the badge and the bottle. The badge and the bottle. Intense characters, raw dialogue, and groundbreaking stories defined it. A grumpy detective became a TV legend. It kicked down the door for gritty, serialized cop shows. That is correct, Doctor! Anybody remember the actor's name by chance? The pilot caused quite a stir because it showed nudity and sparked a wave of FCC complaints. Well, I might have to go back and watch it now. Yeah, Dennis Franz. Very good. New York PD. NYPD Blue. Very good. I don't remember the nudity, but, you know. It's been a while. 1993 to 2005. NYPD Blue. There. Dennis Franz. All right, now this next one's a little more recent. And I watched a lot of it. Based on best-selling novels, he's LA's most relentless detective. His motto, everybody counts or nobody counts. I don't remember that. The cases are personal, the suspect's slippery, the jazz is always played. Yes, it is. This guy digs through secrets like a dog with a bone. And he never lets go. You guys watch this? I love this series. This is definitely a streaming series. 2014 to 2021. You guys haven't seen this. You're going to want to see it. You're going to definitely want to see it. The show's filming used real LAPD advisors to keep things accurate, and it shows. Not Ray Donovan. Nope. Not this one. If you guys haven't seen this, I'm surprised. Again, it's streaming, so that might be the reason. I don't know if it was Netflix. No, not LAPD Blue. This is called Bosch. Bosch. That sound familiar? Bosch. Titus Well Liver. Titus Well Liver. It's a noir. So we love it. It's noir. Okay, top 10. Let's do it. Surely you'll remember this one. Before cop shows got gritty, this one got real. It was the first to make squad room chaos feel like a symphony. Ensemble cast, check. Intertwined storylines, double check. Its handheld camera work made viewers feel like part of the precinct and a little nauseous. Correct, you guys know this one. Doctor! Very good. Let's be careful out there. Became a mantra for every officer and every fan. Right, they had the precinct meetings, right, before they go out for the day. That was always a big thing. That's right. Hill Street Blues is correct. 1981 to 1987. Since it was an ensemble cast, I don't know if any of those cast members are super. Well, they had Dennis Franz in it, I guess. None of those cast members were super. Alex, what's going on? Ever see Hill Street Blues, Alex? Yeah. Hill Street Blues. It won more Emmys than any other drama at the time. There you go. Let's go to number 9. So, let's switch it up with 2 women, 1 squad car, 0 nonsense. They juggle felony cases and sexism, often at the same time. Their friendship was just as vital as their detective work. This show proved police dramas didn't need male leads to be gripping. Yeah, anybody remember the 2 ladies? Yeah, Dr. News. Groundbreaking, award-winning, and long overdue. How about either one of the actors? Anybody remember the actor's name or actress's name? Cagney and Lacey is, of course, correct. 1982 to 1988. Doctor got it first, and King's got it as well. Yeah. Cagney and Lacey. I don't know if they still show these reruns in Russia, maybe. Yeah, Sharon Glass. That's the blonde, right? What's the other one's name? Yeah, Tyne Daly. Yeah. You guys got it. Very good. The show nearly got canceled multiple times until viewers campaigned it back on the air. There you go. All right, let's do number 8. It's the old detective story with smartphones and sociopaths. Sounds like a British one. Benedict Cumberbatch turned deduction into the digital age wizardry. Each episode felt like a feature film, complete with brain-bending puzzles. The chemistry between Holmes and Watson sparked global obsession. Yeah, you guys know this one. Sherlock, yeah, of course. Everybody's got it. I do had it first. Who else could turn a nicotine patch into a dramatic plot point? Fans waited years between seasons due to the stars' movie careers. Oh, they had to wait. They had to wait. Cliffhangers became a way of life. So it was a long time between seasons. There you go. There you go. Excuse me there. Still just getting over that virus I had. I'm feeling better. Number seven. High school by day, private investigator by night. She solved crimes in a town divided by class and corruption. So this was Kristen Bell. And she made teenage sleuthing cool and kind of dangerous. Kristen Bell. Each season was a mystery arc with twists no one saw coming. She was Nancy Drew with a taser and a chip on her shoulder. Yeah, King does. Now, was this big in UK? I'm trying to remember whether it was real big over here or not. 2004 to 2019, so it was on forever. Fans funded the 2014 movie via Kickstarter. It raised $2 million in less than 11 hours. That's interesting. So it actually funded the movie version with Kickstarter. Yeah, but it was pretty bad. There you go. Kristen Bell is kind of a comedic actress in a way. Anyway. Having trouble in Russia. Oh yeah, Russia's got problems with internet. Shutting that thing down. Bummer. Okay, number 6. You know this one. This is the classic. The granddad of all police procedurals. No fluff, just the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Joe Friday's monotone voice still echoes through crime TV. Its storytelling was crisp, efficient, and straight to the point. Everybody remember this? Never seen it? You've never seen it? You might want to go back and watch it. It's pretty good. It gave TV its first real look at day-to-day police work. This was on when I grew up, of course. Back in the day. And of course, just the facts, man. Just the facts. Anybody know the actors' names? Either of the actors. They were both pretty famous. One of them was probably a little more famous than the other. The one actor, didn't he go on to do MASH? And then the other actor didn't? You guys remember? No? Dragnet is, of course, correct. It was actually made 2 runs, 51 to 59, and then 67 to 70. Yeah, Henry Morgan, exactly. And Jack Webb. Jack Webb. Just the facts, man. Just the facts. All right, well, this one has been rebooted and is back on the air, but I think it's with different people now. But the original run was all the way from 1990 to 2010. Half the time it's cops, the other half it's courtrooms. Half cops, half courtrooms. It's ripped straight out of the headlines. The stories blurred reality with fiction. It spawned a universe that includes everything from SVU to Chicago PD. Yeah, there you go. Hello, doctor. The dun-dun sound effect is basically TV law now. That's right. Dun 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 dun. I can't do it. No cold open in history hits harder than in the criminal justice system. It holds the record for the longest running primetime live action series until 2023. Okay. Been on for a long time. King. Everybody got it, almost. Law and Order. Law and Order. And of course, all the spin-offs, right? SVU. What are all the spin? There's a bunch of spin-offs, aren't there? Where's Ice-T? An Ice-T in one of these? No, I think so. All right, we got top 4 now. Here we go. I think you'll know this one. Jessica Fletcher writes mystery novels by day, and she solves murders on vacation. Wherever she goes, crime follows, but she never flinches. A kindly woman in cardigans who could outwit any killer. All right, you guys knew this one. Brad's in the house. What's going on, Brad? You missed Miami Vice, Brad. It's a shame. It's a shame. Cabot Cove had more murders per capita than Gotham. Who remembers the actress's name? Who's got it? Anybody know? Yeah, there's no beating Tubbs and Crockett. Anybody remember the actress's name in Murder, She Wrote? Of course, her character name was Jessica Fletcher. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Yeah, she was in that. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I think so. She was a big actress back in the day. How about Angela Lansbury? Angela Lansbury. She was nominated for an Emmy every single season, 12 times, but she never won. Bummer. All right, so if I have a second favorite, this is it. It started with, this is going to give it away. I think I have to skip that clue. A detective in a small town full of secrets and cherry pie. Surrealism, horror, and a coffee obsession collide. Now, this whole show started with Who Killed Laura Palmer? And it spiraled from there. Now, this is David Lynch. David Lynch made crime TV weird and unforgettable. And the music. And the music. All right. Doctor. Very good. Definitely one of my favorites. And the music, right? The music. Now, who knows the character's name? Special Agent. Special Agent. It was great. It was a great show. You know, it had that David Lynch edge to it. The show's revival 20 years later reunited nearly the entire cast. I don't even remember that part. Dale Cooper. Agent Dale Cooper. Yeah. All right, another favorite, but number 3, I'd say. Now, this is depicting only one season. Each season is a new case, a new cast, and a new existential dread. It redefined the cop drama with mood, mystery, and monologues. Ah, very good. All right, so I think the actors are probably pretty easy. Who knows the actors? But I think the characters' names are probably a little harder. Not American Detective, True Detective. True Detective. And this was the first season with Mr. Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. King is correct. King is correct. Yeah, the last one was Jodie Foster, right? Well, she was in the last one, I think. I don't think she was in the second one. Who was in the second one? Another actress. Jodie Foster was just in the one that was in Alaska, right? Season 1 success sparked a prestige TV gold rush. Suddenly, every actor wanted a badge. There you go. Yeah. I think like Jodie Foster is like season 5, maybe season 4 at least. Yeah. All right, number 1. Who knows number 1? It's not just a cop show, it's a sociology in a screenplay form. Each season peeled back a layer of Baltimore cops, schools, media, and more. The writing was so sharp, it could cut through bureaucracy. Gritty, raw, and never sentimental, it trusted you to keep up. Yeah, I had a hard time keeping up, to be honest. All the pieces matter, and they did. Every single one. Every piece mattered. You are correct. There was a lot of different picture options for this one, right? I do. You're correct. Yeah, there were no CSIs listed. No CSIs. You know, a lot of cop and detective shows. A lot to pick from. The robots had quite a bit to pick from. Real Baltimore cops, journalists, and even former criminals were cast to heighten realism. Real criminals. That's cool. You are correct. It is The Wire. The Wire, 2002 to 2008. Coming in at number 1 on our list. That's right. Well, I think you guys did pretty darn good there. I think you got them all. Not sure. Maybe you missed 1 or 2. Maybe. I'm not sure. Now, I do have a intermission lightning round for you. Whoever was here for our round a few weeks ago on mythical creatures will do well. But I'm going to do a quick lightning round. You're going to have a minute and a half or 2 minutes, maybe, to get 20 mythical creatures. And then we'll be back for round 2. right, all right, all right, all right. As Matthew McConaughey might say, all right, all right, all right. Well, between the team, I think you got them all, didn't you? I'm pretty sure. Okay, who's ready for round two? What is round two? I have no idea. I have no idea what we're doing or nothing. Let's see. Cops we did. How about Egypt? Oh, this is going to be hard. You guys ready for a hard one? Hope you're ready. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm glad to be back again doing our trivia show. So anyway, let's try Egypt, huh? These are good. Tell you what, you might get about 30% will be easy and the rest will be hard. So here we go. All right, I know all you guys know the rules. Robots do the painting. You do the guessing. I'm the one who gives the marginally helpful clues along the way. Now, once again, we are going to be looking at the top 20 ancient Egyptian structures. Number 20. Can you imagine how hard this is? There's quite a few pyramids. There's like 5 or 6 different pyramids and then a bunch of other stuff. This is the final resting place for a king whose name sounds like a sneeze. Okay. It's small in size, but monumental in mystery. It's the first pyramid to feature something new on the inside. This is the first pyramid to have hieroglyphic carvings line its inner chambers. And it spelled out the king's journey to the afterlife. So we learned quite a bit from this pyramid. It's known as the birthplace of the pyramid texts. This little guy set a big precedent. All right. Anybody have any idea which pyramid this is? It's a hard one. It's the Little Pyramid. The key was if you knew something about ancient Egypt and the pyramid texts, and they're the oldest known religious writings in the world, you might have gotten it. Otherwise, not a chance. This is not one of the Giza. We're going to get to see some Giza ones, but this is the Pyramid of Unas. Pyramid of Unas, of course. Can't believe you guys didn't know that. Can't believe it. All right, we have a temple. Now, this temple was built by a king who loved big statues and bigger walls. Big walls. Its reliefs show brutal battles and some ghostly invaders. Sounds like aliens. Now, this is Ramses III. Made sure his enemies were immortalized. Losers. The temple's size and detail rival more famous cousins across the Nile. Not Cheops. This is a temple. This temple's size and detail rival the famous cousins across the Nile. We talked about that. This place is so well preserved, you can see traces of its paint. You can still see the paint. The walls here tell the story of Egypt's first recorded labor strike. Erwin, what's going on? Long time. So, who knows? Anybody know? The key there was this was Egypt's first. The walls showed Egypt's first labor strike. Anybody familiar with that at all? Temple of Medinet Habu. Medinet Habu. Temple of Medinet Habu, of course. Oh, these are pretty hard. Good luck. Before pyramids were cool, this was elite real estate. It's the largest non-royal tomb in Saqqara. Think of it as the pharaoh's neighbor. The wall art offers a slice of life. The wall art showed fishing, dancing, and dentistry. So this is where all the stories, about Egypt's dentistry and stuff. Have you heard those? Comes from the carvings at this place. Its 33 rooms were designed for both eternity and ego. Now check that place out. Pretty cool, huh? But we have no idea what it is. But this is where they showed fishing, dancing, and dentistry. This tomb is a window into the daily life of ancient Egypt's upper crust. Upper middle class, Brentwood or something like that. Not really the kings, not the White House. This was the son-in-law of a king and clearly wanted his tomb to reflect it. This is the mastaba of Meruka. Mastaba. Okay. All right. Eventually, you're going to know a couple. Okay. On to our next pyramid. Let's see if we can get this one. Now, this one is the smallest of the Giza trio, but it's still impressive. It's built to last, despite being dwarfed by its two big brothers. It once had a sleek granite casing. It was looted long ago, but still majestic in form and geometry. It's often overshadowed, but hey, third place on the Giza Plateau is still a podium finish. Anybody know the name of this pyramid, perhaps? I guess you gotta be like an Egyptian connoisseur. Oh, well, that's a good guess. Good guess, my dude. Good guess. Incorrect, but good guess. Legend has it that this was a kinder, gentler ruler who's built this pyramid. Maybe why his pyramid was so modest. Huh. It is the pyramid of Menkaure. 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 Kaur. Menkaure. If I can't pronounce it, how do I expect you guys to guess it? I don't know. All right, well, now I might have gotten this one, but I am an architectural history person. We'll say that. This is a temple fit for a king who wanted to live forever. Its collapsed colossus inspired poems and prophecies. Now, Ramses II, who I think is Ramses the Great, made this his eternal bride board. Hieroglyphics were posted about military victories with a little creative license. That's a good guess, Alex. Hang on to that one. It's coming up. This one is not, it looks a little bit like the Abu Simbel, but this is not it. The fallen statue once stood over 60 feet tall. Now it just lies in monumental ruin. Is there one on the ground there? I can't tell. Percy Bysshe Shelley's poem, Ozymandias, was inspired by this site's ruins. So they've been going back to this site for a long time. Now this is the Ramesseum. Ramesseum, what Ramses? Ramesseum? It is the funerary temple of Ramses the Great. can't believe you didn't know that one. All right. They're going to get easier, I swear, eventually. Let's try this one. A rare case, and we're learning something, right? I promised that you would learn something tonight. Now remember, because we're going to do a lightning round in a few weeks, we have to remember all these. A rare case of divine real estate co-ownership. It's two temples in one, split between Sobek the crocodile god and Horus the falcon. Oh, so that's cool. This was half the crocodile god and half the falcon god. Seems like that was in a movie. Was it in a movie recently? I think so. Sobek and Horus? I think so. It includes a mummified crocodile museum. Hey, did you know they made mummies out of crocodiles? Did you know that? Now you do. Medical tools carved in stone suggest ancient surgical knowledge. How about that? A place where gods, gators, and healing met under one sandstone roof. So this was the hospital. This was the hospital, and this is where they mummified gators. You know, kind of the same thing, right? If you're a surgeon, kind of the same thing. The temple's dual design is symmetrical, mirrored gods and mirrored halls. This is the Temple of Komombo. Komombo. There you go. Yeah, you might know this one. You might. It is a forest of stone columns so tall it makes cathedrals look cramped. This is big tall. 134 pillars rise like papyrus stalks, reaching to the heavens. It took multiple pharaohs over 200 years to complete this. Once it was covered in paint, this place was a riot of color, not just of stone. Can you imagine this? So, you think they had wood roofs? I would imagine they had maybe reed roofs from the Nile or something like that. I'm not sure, but does anybody know where this is or what this is called? From the last round, Madhu, I think, yeah, this is where we bring in the Great Karnak. Only it's spelled with a K, incidentally. So this is a particular building at Karnak. This is the Great Hypostyle Hall at Karnak. The central columns are 70 feet tall, each carved with scenes from divine soap operas. Matthew! Oh, well, we're doing Egypt. We're doing ancient Egypt ruins, so good luck. Glad you're here, though. Good to see you. Good to see you, Matthew. Alex is in the house. Doctor, Madhu. I saw Erwin earlier. Gang's all here. Somebody may know this one. It's another pyramid. Finally, third time's a charm for Egypt's pyramid pioneer. It's the first smooth-sided pyramid that didn't collapse. First smooth-sided pyramid. Not a stacked pyramid, smooth-sided. Red limestone gives it its name. There's a clue. Red limestone gives it its name. Who knows? It has a distinct desert glow. You can still crawl through its long, narrow tunnel to the inner chambers. Who does that? You may want to crawl. You may want to crawl through the narrow chambers. Consider this the successful prototype for the Great Pyramid. So this was like a small prototype. First one that was smooth. Not Giza. This is not a Giza pyramid either. And it had the pharaoh's name was kind of interesting. But the pyramid also had a nickname that I gave you the clue for. Oh, Madhu! Very good, Madhu. Madhu's got it! We got one! It is the Red Pyramid of Sneferu. Red Pyramid of Sneferu. There you go, King. Between Madhu and King, we have the whole answer. Sneferu's trial-and-error approach to pyramid building helped perfect the art. There you go. This one's interesting, and you may get this one just by the look. Try to look at the picture a little bit on this one. This structure tried to be a true pyramid. Then it changed its mind halfway up. The angle shift is ancient architecture's greatest plot twist. Its odd shape may be due to structural concerns or a creative gamble. Can you see that in that picture? It kind of changed direction. It's the awkward teen phase of pyramid evolution. And we do love it for that. Anybody remember what this one's called? It's actually called what it looks like. Yeah, King, very good. You are correct. This is the bent pyramid. Excuse me, I'm back. Bent pyramid is correct. Very good. Anyway, crazy. Look at that bent thing. I hate it when it bends like that. All right, number 11. Another pyramid, why not? Now here we go. This is the middle pyramid at Giza. So I don't want to hear Giza for the answer. So it's the middle pyramid. But sometimes, from certain angles, it looks like it's the tallest. And its capstone still clings to ancient masonry like frosting on a cake. You can kind of see that. Yes, I just said it's at Giza. It's the middle pyramid. So what's the middle pyramid at Giza called? It's built by the guy most likely to be behind the Sphinx. The causeway connecting it to the Valley Temple once housed ceremonial processions. What, King? What? What? That is exactly correct. It's the crowd favorite. That's the big one until someone checks the ruler. Optical illusion alert. It's built on higher ground than the Great Pyramid. So from certain angles, you think this is the big one. Pyramid of Khafre is correct. Pyramid of Khafre. There it is with the frosting on the top. Right. The capstone clings like ancient frosting. There you go. Well, it looked like it just rained. Maybe. All right, top 10. Let's see how we do. Let's go back to a temple. Go back to a temple that nobody's ever heard of. Unless you've been there. Anybody in the crowd been to Egypt, perhaps? Nobody's going to admit to it because then they'd have to get them. A temple so beloved, they moved it rather than let it sink. So this has been relocated. It honors Isis, not the spy agency, the goddess. Goddess Isis. Once submerged by the Nile, now it's an island-hopping tourist favorite. Looks cool. Its elegant columns and reliefs celebrate motherhood and magic. Motherhood and magic. UNESCO relocated the whole complex, stone by stone. The Bat Cave. Well, so you know what it looks like? It looks a little bit like that one at the Acropolis, right? Part of the one next door to the big one. So this is the Temple of Philae. 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 This is where, Philae came from. Philae was one of the last places where ancient Egyptian religion was practiced, well into the Roman era. Oh, so they built this later on. That's why it's so cool looking. Almost has some some Greek. Oh, you had it, King. King knew it? Okay. There you go. Awesome. Number 9. Another temple. These are getting easier, aren't they? One of the best preserved temples in Egypt. Almost spooky how intact it is. It was dedicated to Horus, the falcon-headed god of revenge, and I made it. I love the humor. Built during the Ptolemaic period, it blends Greek and Egyptian styles. Oh, so there you go. This one blends. Doesn't look like it to me. Okay. You can still see scorch marks from a temple takeover. Inscriptions provide rare details about temple rituals and feasts. Well, Temple of Horus, that's good. Oh, King! Look at that! Look at that! King's on a hot streak. Temple of Edfu is correct. And of course, Temple of Horus is correct as well. The annual sacred boat ceremony reenacted a mythical battle with real boats and maybe real grudges. Okay. Whatever they say, we'll go with. Okay, top 8. Let's do it. Now, this one you probably know. I would have known this one. Because I have the answers, of course. This is the world's first pyramid. An ancient architectural mic drop. It was designed by Mr. Imhotep, Egypt's OG architect. Yes. Original gangster architect. Was built We're breaking up, aren't we? Well, this is Abu Simbel. Abu Simbel. Abu Simbel. I knew Alex knew it. Sorry the internet's so bad, guys. This is number 6. Now, some people might know this one. This one is built by Egypt's most successful female pharaoh. It's carved into cliffs like a royal runway into the heavens. Its terraces blend natural rock with geometric design. It's pure architectural flex. The art inside depicts her divine birth and trading trips to Punt. Don't know what that means. Elegant, powerful, and unlike anything else in Egypt. This is very original. This one's very original. Anybody know? This one is the Temple of Hatshepsut. 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 Yeah. It is very unique, right? Not very many like this one. Temple of Hatshepsut. All right, let's do the top 5. Let's do the top 5. Now, if you were rich, royal, and you were dead, this was the place you got buried. Tunnels carved into cliffs hid pharaohs from grave robbers. Well, they tried to hide. This is the home to Tutankhamun's tomb. This is where they dug up Tutankhamun. A lot of ancient curses. Lavishly decorated burial chambers lie beneath this desert in silence. You'll need a flashlight, sturdy shoes, and possible spirit guide. Badoo! You are correct. This is indeed the Valley of the Kings. King! I expected King to get that one too. This is your valley, King. Despite elaborate precautions, nearly every tomb was looted in antiquity, except King Tut's. So King Tut's tomb was one of the only ones to survive into modern times. Well, that's kind of cool. I wonder why they didn't find it. I wonder what the story is there. I don't know. But this is the Valley of the Kings. Looks a little dusty. Looks like a dusty road to drive out there. Has anybody been to Egypt? I've never been there. It's on my bucket list for sure. Obviously. I'd like to see some of those temples and pyramids and such. Okay, top 4. Here we go. Now this one isn't dedicated to gods. It honors kings. By day, it's grand, but by night, under the lights, it's mesmerizing. Oh, so they like this one at night. It was connected to Karnak by way of the Avenue of Sphinxes. Amenhotep III started it, but Ramses the Great made it legendary. Feels like that Ramses the Great was quite the building. One obelisk from its entrance now stands in Paris. Madou! You are correct. Did you know one obelisk from its entrance is the one that's in Paris? Yeah. There you go. Now this would be cool to see, right? Very cool. It was continuously used for religious purposes for over 3,000 years. From ancient Egyptian cults to a mosque that still stands today. So they still use it for a mosque today. How about that? And you're right, it is the Luxor Temple. Luxor Temple. There it is. I think I've seen aerials of this. It's very cool. It's huge. Close to the river, close to the Nile. Of course, everything's close to the Nile in Egypt. Everything's close to the Nile. Now, this is related to one we had earlier, I'll say that. And this is the largest religious complex ever built by humans. Largest religious complex ever built by humans. It's less a temple and more a spiritual city. Now, we did see one piece of it earlier. Every pharaoh wanted to add something to this structure. Obelisks, pylons, sacred lakes, and a lot of sphinxes. You could spend days here and still not see it all. Now, this sounds cool. I gotta go here. So yes, it is the Great Karnak. King, Nadu, you're both correct. This is the Temple of Karnak, I guess, is the overall thing, and we saw the hypostyle earlier of Karnak. The Temple of Karnak was built over more than 1,500 years. So they built it over time, kept adding stuff, little knickknacks. Construction crews, it's kind of like the Winchester Mystery House of Egypt. Now, I know you know the last two. Top two. Here we go. Okay, that was the Temple of Karnak, number 3. And number 2 is part lion, part king. All mystery. It's been staring at the desert for over 4,000 years. And believe it or not, it still hasn't blinked. Its nose, we don't know. We don't know what happened to the nose. It's said to guard the pyramids. It may depict Khafre or someone else entirely. We don't know. It's the most famous riddle master in stone. So yeah, you guys know, I do. It is, of course, the Great Sphinx. And a lot of mystery, right? I know there's one line of thinking that all that erosion means it had to have been built in a period of time when there was more rain in Egypt. I'm not sure I buy into that personally, but you know, what do I know? I don't know nothing. Now, Napoleon didn't shoot the nose off, even though some people say that. Supposedly, Napoleon did fire some cannons at the pyramids house. But probably some other earlier target practice probably did knock the nose off. They don't know. Somebody knocked the nose off. We just don't know. Pretty good picture of it, right? Pretty good. These pictures of ancient Egypt are all courtesy of Grok. Grok. XAI's Grok. All right, well, that means number 1, with a bullet, it's the only surviving wonder of the ancient world, so it's the only one that made it. It's built from over 2 million limestone blocks. Its original casing stones reflected sunlight like a mirror. And this was a fun fact that I think you all know. For 3,800 years, it was the tallest structure on the planet Earth. Well, Medu, that's not quite correct. It is a pyramid at Giza, but it is the what pyramid of Giza? It's perfectly aligned with the cardinal directions and possibly alien approved. The interior chambers still baffle scholars and maybe hold more secrets yet to be discovered. And of course, it is the Great Pyramid of Giza. Very good. Very good, very good. Okay, well, you know, we survived that, and they did get a little easier. I'm glad to see you guys got quite a few of those later in the round. Very good. Now we'll take a quick intermission and we will do a quick lightning round. Feel free to try to guess all the lemon cars. If you remember this from a few weeks ago, we did lemon cars. So you got about a minute and a half to guess 20 lemon cars. Let's see how you do. All righty. Well, I know those were harder. I did see a Pinto and a DeLorean in there. Yeah, I saw the DeLorean. I think there was a Maserati Chrysler that was pretty bad. Chevy Vega, I think, was one of them, right? All right, let's do round 3. No fooling around. Let's do it. Here we go. Alrighty. You guys know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. And I will give some clues that hopefully help you out quite a bit on this round. We're going to be looking at the top 20 countries for US and UK expats to retire. So quite a few people, when they retire from the US and UK, move to other countries. We'll try to guess them all. Top 20. Now this one is a retiree paradise that blends golden temples with budget massages. That's the main thing I see on YouTube. Its beaches are postcard perfect and your dollar stretches like yoga pants. Private healthcare is top tier, even if learning the language is no picnic. From mountain towns to tropical islands, the scenery doesn't disappoint. Yeah, a top choice if you like sunshine with a side of spicy noodles and spicy nightlife. What was it wasn't the Hangover. Hangover 2 was Bangkok, I believe. Yes. Thailand. Yeah, you guys know. Nadu King. This is Thailand. You guys been to Thailand? I haven't been. I've watched some YouTube videos, but I haven't been. Yeah, Bangkok. One of the different islands, right? A bunch of different islands, and looks pretty. For sure. Thailand has an entire expat neighborhoods, complete with international hospitals and English menus. Well, that's convenient. No, it's on my bucket list. I might make it to Thailand. I think my wife wants to go to Thailand, so maybe we'll make it. You never know. Might get there. All right, now I never knew this was a retirement place, but it looks pretty. This is an island nation, and it may be small, but its charm is mighty. And English is the official language here, and the sea is your backyard. It's an island. It offers sun-soaked days, historic stone cities, and easy EU access. Good healthcare, a relaxed pace, and plenty of British accents. So this is a favorite among the British. Think of it as the Mediterranean's most polite retirement plan. Who knows where this is? Looks like cool old architecture, right? It's an island. Close to the UK, close to the EU. Anybody know? No, it's not Fiji. Fiji doesn't have any old buildings like that. Fiji has a bunch of huts. The water kind of looks like Fiji, right? If that's all you can see is the turquoise water, I can see the Fiji cat. Yeah, I didn't know the internet was that. This is Malta. Malta's film-friendly scenery has hosted Game of Thrones, Gladiator, and retirees alike. This is where they filmed Game of Thrones. There you go. All right, now I've been to the next one. I was thinking about retiring here. So, there's that. Now you can retire between the Andes and the ocean, or you can afford both. Cuenca is a favorite town for expats, complete with craft beer and colonial charm. A lot of old Spanish colonial buildings that are 300-400 years old. Healthcare is surprisingly good. And so is the chocolate. Healthcare is surprisingly good, so is the chocolate. I told you that. Chocolate is good, incidentally. The dollar is the currency. They use dollars. But the cost of living is pennies. Great cost of living here. It's great for mountain lovers and market hoppers. Seniors ride public transit for free. Not Bali. Now I'm going to give you a clue. Andes Mountains. Those are the Andes. And there's lots of volcanoes here. Volcanoes. Pretty small country. Pretty small country. And the key is to live in the mountain range, like between 5,000 and 10,000 feet. And it's nice and cool year round. Sweden. How about Ecuador? Ecuador. There you go. Ecuador. If you haven't been there, you should go. It's nice. Number 17. It's cheaper, quieter, and cozier than the coast. Oh. So this one actually is the inland regions of a certain country. Picture olive groves, stone villages, and neighbors who wave. The universal health care extends to retirees. So, free health care. Safety, sunshine, and worth it just for that. Safety, sunshine, and simple living await in the interior. It's like postal introverted cousin with better wine deals. So lots of good wine in this country. So they have both coastal and this they're talking about this as number 17 is the inland regions. Many villages offer digital nomad residency perks, even for retirees. Oh, digital nomads live here. Free healthcare. Looks pretty. This is Portugal. Portugal, and this is the inland regions because I think we revisit Portugal later on the coast. All right, well, there you go. Number 16, now a little warmer climate. It is a tropical paradise, and they use US dollars, and retirement perks are galore. The Pensionado visa is basically a golden ticket for expats. Top hospitals, stable economy, and year-round warm weather. They have the beach, they have the mountains, and they have a big city. You pick whichever paradise you prefer. Retire here and get hotel and restaurant discounts. So yeah, if you get the Pensionado visa, you get all kinds of free stuff. And there's a nice beach. Tropical paradise. US dollars. Any guesses? They have a canal. Oh, very close, but hang on to that one. This is the one with the canal. I don't think Costa Rica has a canal. Costa Rica would be nice though. Yeah, I do. Panama. It's supposed to be a great place to retire. Lots of freebies. US dollars, cheap. You gotta like warm weather, I think. Although if you live in the mountains, I think it's okay. All right. Panama. Nice beaches. Big city. Panama City. Right? Big city. All right, number 15. Excuse me. Medellin went from risky to retirement friendly. Huh. Pablo Escobar used to live here. Great weather, mountain views, and low living costs. Yeah, I do. The healthcare is world class, and the coffee ain't bad either. Urban living with a vibrant twist, all on a low budget. Looks pretty. Kind of got colonial, a little bit of mountain vibe. Colombia is correct. So, it was a little sketchy in the 80s, but it's good now. Medellin is like the main retirement place, which was Pablo's stomping ground, right? The eternal spring climate makes it feel like sweater weather year-round. Sweater weather year-round. Colombia. Anybody been to Colombia? Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's probably a little warmer. Puerto Rico probably has more beaches. Colombia. Colombia is probably a little cheaper. Yeah, probably. All right, next up, number 14. And I will tell you that I have seen this answer on the board already. And you may know the term pura vida. Pura vida is more than a phrase, it's the lifestyle package. Pura vida. Lush rainforests, chilled beach towns, and a peaceful vibe. Yes, Madhu. The healthcare system is strong. Especially if you get the private system. Sounds like 2 tiers. Eco-friendly and expat ready. Though the coast can get pricey nowadays, it's nature, nurture, and no army. What's not to love? We don't have an army in Costa Rica. Costa Rica has one of the highest life expectancies in the Americas. That's because of the Pura Vida thing, right? Looks nice. I haven't been to Costa Rica. I've been to Ecuador. And I've been in the Caribbean all over, but haven't been to Costa Rica. I think I'd like to go to Costa Rica, but I think I'd rather go to Thailand. Although it's a longer flight. Thailand's like a long ways from everywhere. All right, now this one's surprising. Number 13. Let's do number 13. It's very surprising. This is where Europe meets Asia. And retirees meet bargains. Coastal towns offer beach life at half the price of Spain. Which is Spain, but half the price. The food is unreal. The healthcare is surprisingly good. Inflation is a little bit of a wild card, but the quality of life is strong. It's great if you like sunsets, tea, and low bills. Yeah. This could be almost anywhere, I'd say, by the picture. But the key clue is really the first one, where Europe meets Asia and retirees meet bargains. Who knows? Where does Europe meet Asia? Retired expats rave about the dental care. Cheap, fast, and flawless. Well, my wife's going to the dentist. Maybe she should consider this. Never thought of that. Still guesses, huh? Yeah, I do. Very good. Where Europe meets Asia and the dental care is good. Turkey. Istanbul. Constantinople. Yeah. All right, now this looks even prettier and not too far from there. Now, live your Game of Thrones dreams with real estate that won't slay your savings. I guess that's comedy. The Adriatic coast is stunning. The inland charm is underrated. A rising expat scene and improving healthcare access sweeten the deal. EU perks with Balkan prices. It's a win-win. EU perks with Balkan prices. There you go. So I know UK is not part of EU anymore, right? They're EU perks. This is less touristy than Italy, but just as beautiful. Anybody know where this is? This particular spot in the picture, I think, is pretty famous. I think cruise ships go here. Not Greece, not Italy. Was that two answers, Madhu, or was that? Neither one of those. They may come up later, though. We'll see. This is Croatia. Croatia recently launched a retiree-friendly visa to compete with Portugal and Spain. Why don't you check that out? Croatia. Language might be tough. All right, number 11. Now they do speak English. English speaking, beach friendly, and low key to the max. Now you'll trade skyscrapers for hammocks. There's affordable housing, and there's tropical weather, and plenty of scuba diving spots. Healthcare is kind of hit and miss, but sunshine is consistent. So go with the vitamin D plan. For those who want off the grid with expat bars, not Bali, not Bali. It's kind of like Bali. I don't think Bali's even on my list. I'm not sure. We'll have to look. But this is kind of like next to Mexico. Next to Mexico. Between Mexico and Honduras, I believe. I believe it's right between Mexico and Honduras. It has like Mayan ruins. Lots of diving. And, you know, a hurricane or two. This is Belize. Belize, Hawaii would be nice. Expensive, but not really for retirees. But Belize is cheap. All right, top 10. Top 10 places to retire for UK and US expats. Now, this is South America's best kept retirement secret. Until I tell you. Beaches, beef, and bilingual banking make life easy. That's good. It's politically chill, and it's culturally rich. There's decent health care and stable internet, unlike ours. It's the country where your pension and peace of mind both stretch far. Well, so Argentina's a good guess. Think a little further north. Think about beef. Oh, I guess Argentina has beaches, beef, and bilingual banking. You know, now that Argentina has the new president, it's probably a lot better now. Probably a lot better. This place has legalized medical cannabis. They have same-sex marriage, if that's important, and retirement-friendly tax rules. This is Uruguay. Uruguay. Lots of beaches like that. Can you believe that? Look at that. Looks like Miami. Uruguay. All right. I didn't go there. It was on the retirement list, but I didn't go there. Anyway, number 9. Now, I wouldn't mind going here too. I think I'd rather go to Thailand, but close to Thailand, affordable doesn't begin to describe it. You'll eat like royalty on pennies. Now, this will probably give it away, but Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh City are modern hubs with good hospitals. The expat scene is booming. The street food is glorious. Oh, not Cambodia. Not Cambodia. Cambodia is probably really cheap. Cambodia is a little less stable. It's got a bit of everything. Beaches, mountains, and scooters. It's a little chaotic, but a lot captivating. Expats often hire full-time help for less than a monthly cell phone bill. Badoo! Correct. It is indeed Vietnam. Vietnam. Would you go there? Would you go there? I'd go there. I'd check it out. Looks pretty cool. Oh, it's real pretty there. I think I'd go to Thailand first, but you know, check it out. All right, a little closer to home, a little more popular, probably a little more expensive. This place has world-class healthcare, low-cost inland, and sunshine to spare. Tapas, festivals, and siestas are all part of the package. Bullfighting. The southern coast and small towns are expat favorites. Brits already treat it like a second home. And with good reason. Retirement here feels a lot like a vacation that never ends. Vacation that never ends. Tapas, festivals, and siestas. And bullfights. It ranks among the top 5 countries globally for life expectancy. Kind of looks like Mexico, but not Mexico. Badoo! Does kind of look like Mexico. But this one is Spain. Spain is correct. All right, top 7 now. Here we go. Top 7 places countries to retire for UK and US expats. Long title. Now I'm kind of intrigued by this place. Low-cost living on island time with English spoken everywhere. Expat communities thrive from Cebu to Palawan. Private healthcare is solid and very affordable. Friendly locals, warm weather, and endless coastlines. You can stretch your pension across hundreds of islands. Hundreds of islands, English spoke everywhere. Cities are Cebu and Palawan. Anybody know? I've seen some YouTube videos on this place too. So kind of the same guys that go to Thailand go here. The guys looking for wives. If you're looking for a wife, this is the place to go. They have family diners, good cooks. Anybody know? Going once, going twice. This is the Philippines. The Philippines offer a retirement visa as little as $10,000 deposit with no income requirement. Put $10,000 in the bank and you're done. There you go. All right. Number 6, places to retire. This one's very pretty, where olive oil and sunsets might extend your lifespan. Have you heard that? I've heard olive oil is supposed to be good for you. That whole Mediterranean diet thing is supposed to be good for you, right? The post-crisis economy means serious bargains for buyers. Healthcare's on the upswing, especially in major cities. Madhu, you know. From Athens to Crete, there's history in every stone. Your golden years deserve golden beaches. What do you think? Do your golden years deserve golden beaches? I think so. Retirees can qualify for Greece's digital nomad visa, even if they don't work. I think I can qualify for the digital. I'd probably get better internet too, right? Than upstate South Carolina. I'm still, you know, I got 2 companies now that are promising me landline, fast speed internet in the next month or 2. Hopefully it gets here soon. We'll see. We will see. We are still on Starlink as of tonight. Top 5. Let's do it. Top 5 places to retire. Countries to retire. You'll retire in a postcard with espresso. Yes. Towns in Calabria and Puglia offer low prices and high charm. The public health care is among the best in Europe. Slow food, slow pace, and fast friendships. This is ideal for those who want culture with their cannoli. That should be the good clue, right? Some villages in the southern part offer homes for €1 to encourage foreign retirees. Well, so it's not Naples, but it is all of Italy's southern regions. So I guess Naples qualifies. Some villages in southern Italy offer homes for €1 to encourage foreign retirees. Is that €1 a month or €1 to buy the house? I don't know. Sounds good. Sounds cheap. I thought it was hard to get a visa in Italy. Anyway, number 4, top 4. Here we go. Now, this is the most popular retirement escape for us Americans. Most popular for us Americans. It has coastal towns, it has mountain cities, and it has everything else in between. There are affordable living, and there's strong expat support, and there's modern hospitals. And the key is it's close enough to fly back home in one flight. Now here's the best part. Tacos, tequila, and top-tier sunsets. Now their temporary resident visa offers up to 4 years of low-fuss living for retirees. So it's easy to go there and live for 4 years. Try it out. And then I guess you can become a permanent resident after the 4-year visa. Yes, Madu knows. It is indeed a Mexico. Mexico. Lots of different places in Mexico, right? You could do the beach thing, or you could do the mountain thing. You could do the jungle thing. Cartel thing. Avoid the cartel. Avoid the cartel. All right, top 3. Now, number 3, we're going to revisit a country we've already visited, but we're going to do the coastal areas. Okay? Now, the Algarve is basically heaven for British retirees. Do I say that right? Algarve. Safety, beauty, and good health care wrapped in a pastel package. The food is great, the wine is better, and the pace is perfect. It is expat friendly with policies and tax incentives to sweeten the deal. It's the retirement plan you dream up over a glass of wine. Now, this was named the #1 expat destination by International Living for multiple years running. But it's number 3 on our list. Now, again, it's a country I've already visited on the inland areas. Now we're visiting the coastal areas. Has great wine, great health care, good retirement plans, and it's close to you Brits. This is, of course, Portugal again. Portugal, there it is, Portugal. Looks pretty. Number 1 expat destination by International Living. How about that? Okay, top 2 according to the robots coming up. Top 2. Now, I'm not sure. I think Bali is in Indonesia. So this is not Indonesia. This is the other country. Ultra-modern cities, lush jungles, but there are white sand beaches everywhere. And English is very common language. The healthcare is world-class. The MM2H visa, remember that? MM2H, for those that are going to follow right up. Lets you stay long-term with minimal red tape. Now, the cities are Kuala Lumpur and Penang. These are expat favorites with top hospitals. It's Asia's best-kept retirement city. Yeah, Madhu, you are correct. We are talking about Malaysia. Malaysia. I remember Malaysia from Zoolander, right? Zoolander. King of Malaysia. Malaysia's healthcare system ranks higher than the U.S. in global reports. There you go. Well, that wouldn't be that hard to be better than the U.S. healthcare system. My goodness. That sounds pretty easy. All right, now, according to the robots, they have named the next spot #1. And it is a country that we've already visited, but this is a special place in that country. And this is the UK's unofficial 13th district. I didn't even know the UK had 12 districts. But anyway, this is the unofficial 13th district. It has beach bars and NHS level care. I don't know what that means. Sunny 300 days a year with tapas and golf. Well, so you'll be happy. A huge expat network with no language panic. It has easy EU access, walkable towns, and oceanside clinics. If retirement were a resort, this would be it. In some towns along this coast, expats actually outnumber locals, and they don't seem to mind. So this is a particular coast in a country we have visited previously that is UK's unofficial 13th district. So it sounds like there's a lot of Brits retiring in this spot. This is Costa del Sol, Spain. Costa del Sol. In some towns along the coast, expats actually outnumber locals. There you go. What's going on, Doctor? Well, we made it to the end. So, good job, guys. That was, that wasn't that. That was pretty easy. Come on. That was easy. All right, so I'm going to show you this. So on Wednesday nights, now I'm trying to change up the show a little bit. We are going to do one round of speed painting, and I'm going to try to have 3 other categories of games or things, including some tech news, some book reviews, and some other wild card categories. So if you guys don't mind coming out to check out my Wednesday show, you will get to play a little bit of speed painting and mix in some other stuff. We'll see how that goes. So I would love to see you here on Wednesday night, 9/17, to see that. And if not, we will be doing a similar game next Sunday, the 21st, I think it is. We will have another game on Sunday night. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. Sorry if the internet was not cooperating. We are hopefully only a matter of days or weeks away from a new internet, and that would be nice. And I do have a compilation video on tonight's rounds to show you, and then a new outro if you stick around long enough. you'll get to see my new outro. So anyway, once again, thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.